I took this photo a couple of weeks ago just as the snow was clearing. It's a shame I didn't take more pictures in the snow. You can't actually see any of the snow here. Simple composition. They've got the nice road, make a feature of that, the way the road sort of bends round up to the right. It's got our figure here adding a bit of foreground interest. A few trees scattered about, so let's have a look at the materials. So this is the palette. It's a child's finger painting tray I found in Hobbycraft. You got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, light red, and then under those I've got 3 brushes I always use, a large on Ransonake, number 3 rigger, and a 3/4 inch flat. The paints, they're Cotman watercolours. I've got the collapsible water jar, tissue in case I need to take anything out, 15x11 Fabriano Watercolour Paper, clipped to a piece of plywood, and then last but not least, drying up here on the top, I've got my tea towel. They're always old, by me hake to take off the excess water. So I'm going to start with a large hake, giving the paper a good soaking with clean water all over. That way the paper will stretch evenly and it's just a case of pulling it tight and refixing. So raw sienna, alizarin crimson, light red, lemon yellow, just trying a bit of everything really today. There's a sort of lighter area down that horizon line, so just get that in early, and then the rest of it I'll go blue, ultramarine, bit of Payne's grey, brush that in, a bit more blue, bring that right the way down the bottom, coming from the other side a bit. I'm watching the water come down the page now and just sort of soaking it up as I go across. A bit stronger on the top, I think. Maybe even a few little clouds. A few little clouds even there. Always works well when you see the water coming down. It's good. Works twofold. You get some nice clouds, and B, it stops the water from dripping down the page. That'll do. You can see where the bits of tissue have come off, but don't worry about that now. If you try and get them off, you make a right mess. Wait till it's dry and then do it. When you've got the pools of water at the bottom, just take those away. I'll just give that a quick dry before the paint is right the way down. It doesn't have to be bone dry, but just enough to stop the paint from coming down the paper. That'll do. See how the paper's stretched slightly, so I'm just going to unclip that, pull it tight, and we're ready to go again. And then the next thing I'm going to do is putting the furthest trees. So I want to use the same colours as the sky, so I ain't going to bother cleaning the brush. The horizon line is going to be about a third of the way up. So just put those distant trees about there. And that sort of goes over, the road sort of goes up that way. And then don't have to bother too much now because there's going to be some trees in front of that. So there's no leaves that I can see, so I'm just going to go, still haven't bothered cleaning the brush, just go brown, burnt umber, bit of ultramarine, and then the road's about there. Oh, I can see some white trees, a bit more blue, just to make it stand out a bit. Just about to see some little trunks going up. See, it's not quite dry enough, it's just filling back in, so if it just fills back in, wait a few more seconds, wait for it to dry, another half a minute or so, and then try it again. Now there's another foreground bush about there. Try not to overdo that. Another brush over on the bush on the left hand side, a bit more blue. Again, trying hard not to overdo these scrapes with the finger, because otherwise you lose the effect somewhat. A few more bushes over on the right. I'm going to switch to the rigger. Burnt umber, ultramarine, plenty of water. And then there's one here. Just flicking it up. That'll do. And then there's another one over on the right hand side. And back to the hike. You can see all the hairs are starting to fray now, but it doesn't matter, because this time I want the effect of twigs and branches going everywhere. You can see now that's sort of frayed. And sort of works well for us. Bring that sort of down. Right, that's enough of that. I'll dip the end in. See, the water's back in, so you can see all the hairs have come back together again. Take the excess off on the paper, and then I'm just going in lemon yellow for that sort of light greeny look. And just working this down. Raw sienna with a lemon yellow. First I'm going to put the road in next, so we'll see where everything relates to it. So I'm going light red, ultramarine, a bit too much water this is because I want it to break up a bit, so I'm just going to take some off on the tissue, and then I'm going to sort of sweep it. Don't sort of stop halfway. Once you go, just go with it. Something like that. Work that way around it. Don't sort of go over the same strokes you already done. Just leave it. Once it's in, leave it, and it sort of breaks up nicely. So clean the brush. Back into our raw sienna, lemon yellow, a bit of burnt umber raw sienna. Touch of ultramarine just to darken it a bit. More burnt umber over there. And just flicking between the colours. Let me give that a quick dry. I'm just going to pull that. It hasn't stretched much, but I'm just going to make sure that's tight. Now these tissue bits up here, you can use anything. I'm using a dry brush here that I haven't used this flat yet, so I know it's nice and dry. Whatever you use, just make sure it's dry, and then you can just, it doesn't really want to come out, do it a bit stiffer. You can always just leave it there if you want, you don't have to get it out. That's enough worrying about that. Figures, right, I don't think I'm going to need the hake again. So I'm going to leave that in the water. Now figures, now this one, just keeping it nice and simple. Switch back to the number 3 rigger. Dark, generally works pretty well. Burnt umber, ultramarine. Start with the head. We're up about here somewhere. Where are we? Start with the head up there, and then might just mix this up a bit. Add a bit of light red into it. Plenty of water. Bit of blue. Bit of red. And just coming down. Generally make the feet a lot longer than the body. A bit wider on the shoulders, I think. Shadows. I'm going to need this hake again. I'm going fairly damp brush, light red, ultramarine, nice shadowy colour, plenty of water, make sure it's dry. Make sure everything's dry before you start to put your shadows on, otherwise the paint will just go all over the place. I've done that a bit dark, to be honest with you, but anyway, let's get our shadows. So, let's just say the lights, it's not the strong light in the photo, let's just say it's sort of coming this way, so we just want a quick shadow from there. You've got some shadows coming down from these trees up here, maybe something over there and bits here and there. Give that a quick dry. Back to the rigger. And back into that shadowy colour. And over here somewhere, silhouetted against this, where should we have them? Couple of birds. Maybe another one over there. And then in the corner down there, stick your signature. And call that one finished. So here's our finished painting. Figure's a bit dark, well I don't worry about it too much. So let's have a quick look at the photo to see how it compares. You see the figure's the focal point and the road winding off to the right into the distance. We started off with our sky. I made it a bit more colourful because it was a sunset of sorts. And then we got our distant trees. So I put down distant trees using the same colours as the sky against our nice sort of yellowy glowy sun horizon. There's not much colour in these winter trees. There's no leaves or anything like that. All you can see are branches and twigs. So I've just used the rigger to put in the long branches, the sort of thicker areas here. Just using the corner of the hake. Same over this side. I generally use burnt umber, ultramarine, just for this, and then obviously we use the rigger again here for these leafless trees. Well, I hope you like that. Thanks for watching. Keep practicing. Any questions, please ask, and I'll see you again soon.